Welcome back to Story of Seasons. We got our first egg, and we've got plenty of firsts happening today, actually. Yay, my chicken is poor. Let's take it outside, because I don't know how the egg mechanic works yet.
He's rich in spirit.
So, the first heart event always happens when the Bachelor or Bachelorette, whichever character you're playing as, reaches about halfway to a purple heart. It's about 5,000 friendship points. You can't really tell, it's just once you go somewhere, an event will happen, probably. In Fritz's case, it happens off in the left section of town. It's a very cute cutscene, because what happens is Fritz is desperate to help people out, and he's bad at it.
That's right. Unbeknownst to all of us, of course, a harvest sprite, nature sprite, is just out of frame with a blackjack.
I want him to like me.
Best suffers from way too much contact embarrassment to just sit and watch this go on.
See, look at that, I was so close to a purple flower already. I guess it's flower event in this case. Same shit, I don't know why they changed it.
Not to make copyrighted hearts.
And besides, man, you know, what is a heart but a meat flower within the garden of your chest?
It's so poetic.
Thank you.
And a little gross.
Did Fritz plan this? He's like, okay, alright, I'm gonna fall down, and then you send out the cute dog.
This does kind of look like a bad romantic comedy setup.
Well, it's not gonna work how he hoped. That dog just headbutted his nads.
Well, I mean, if someone just walked up and gave you a new name, would you be happy with them?
Come on, Sebastian, you're making me look like an asshole here.
A lot of these flower events will give you multiple things you can say or do, and each one will increase your friendship with the character. That dog turns on a dime. That doesn't sound like a bite, that sounds like a bat. Funny how the dogs are one of the less cute animals in this game.
It kind of looks like a big pig with a long tail.
Kinda.
Oh, I wish it was a big pig with a long tail. I would name him Lunchkin.
What other wacky hijinks will happen on the way to the restaurant? How about punting a kid? Okay. Here, have some cookies I just had.
Have this plate of pierogi, small child.
He's diabetic, you jerk.
Best is just like, but if your baby eats the cookies, you'll get big and chubby. Everyone likes big and chubby babies.
I just met one yesterday. He's immortal.
He's also, you know, 1.5 feet tall, but...
Okay, Fritz, bringing out of bed is a little bit on the nose, buddy. Jeez.
Let's give you any ideas, Best? Anything you're thinking of?
What should we do about this comfy 2-person bed?
Fritz, that's a single-person bed, and you have me already. What is this? Fritz is pathetic, but he's sweet, and that's why I like him. There's only one cutscene with him that actually really rubs me the wrong way, but it's one of the rival cutscenes, not one of the flower cutscenes. Which is thankful, because how it plays out seems like massive mansplaining bullshit.
Well, actually...
So here's the thing. This cutscene can only play on Wednesday, because on Wednesday the restaurant is closed.
Nice. I mean, we've all done that on dates before, I'm sure.
I know. I've only ever been locked in a restaurant during a date.
Luckily, Fritz and Rager are friends. I feel like Rager is Fritz's friend begrudgingly. I can't tell if he actually likes him.
I like Rager a lot.
Yeah. He's nice enough, he's just kind of bland.
Wow.
He is sick of Fritz's shit, but he is too nice to say it out loud.
He's like, fine. I'll reopen my restaurant on my only day off.
It's too bad Rager's reaction is, ew, guy friendship. It's kind of sad. Story of Seasons is the first game with a canonically gay character. It's also the first game with canonically homophobic characters. One step forward, two steps back.
Well, with one comes the other. Where there's smoke, there's fire.
Where there's fire, there's assholes.
Yeah, exactly.
After all, we didn't start the fire.
Yeah. It was always unpleasant since the world's been turning.
Hey, Mistle, don't tell anyone, but I'm hustling. That's why I bought all your pearls. Like, the money goes towards him, and it doesn't come out of him at any point, so he can't complain. I feel like egg soup is what I'm probably doing. I'm just cooking that to say that I did. Because I think each individual recipe that you cook does add towards leveling or something, or I'm just cooking to say that I did.
I'm confused. Out of all the options for a single egg, you got soup.
Yeah.
Not scrambled eggs.
Here we go. Today, the online service is on. So technically, Street Pass and online are separate but related. You can't go online until you activate the Street Pass. I want to know how to end this conversation.
How to end? Tell me how to end.
During multiplayer sessions, your name, along with your barn coop and pet house names.
They will be displayed to the Council of Farmers.
If they are not up to standards, they will be remedied.
Did you just turn into a dog?
I mean, I want to say that I kind of yelped in mock terror.
It was a very high quality Yelp then.
Oh, thank you. Well, I mean, as the thread has sussed out, I guess animals are kind of my jam.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god, why are you making jam out of animals? It's horrible.
'Cause they squish real good, man.
So there's two things you can do when you go online. First, you need to actually save. But you can go to someone else's farm, or you can open up your own farm to bring in guests. What you have to do every time is you need to provide gifts, though. Here's how online allows you to break the game. Your guests can give you crop seeds that you don't have access to for years. They did nerf the ever-loving shit out of this compared to A New Beginning. In A New Beginning, they could give you crop seeds and eggs, like golden eggs and silky eggs, that you wouldn't have access to for a very long time. And then you would go out into a field, and then you would milk and shear their barn animals and make a crap ton of money. In this game, you're not allowed to trade silky eggs, but you can still trade high-end crop seeds. And then what happens is, everyone either goes to your farm or someone else's farm, and you just sort of run around and use this magic wand on the different plots of land. This very, very slowly increases the star quality of the crops. And you basically need to do this constantly with a bunch of people in order to really get noticeable results. It does add up, though. If you combine this with a seed maker and constantly fertilizing the crops on your own, it will eventually get you to 5-star seeds. It's not instantaneous. The best thing you can do is, if you've got friends who play the game for a very long time, just go online and play with them, have them give you high-end seeds. Because some of the best crops that I get, I did not make myself. I'm just going to say that straight up. The downside is, because Story of Seasons Online is not as crazy awesome as A New Beginnings, there's not nearly as many people playing it. Although, I did do a stream of A New Beginning. It's in the thread if anyone wants to see it, and it is on YouTube. But the online in that is not very active anymore either. But what's extra dumb is, in Story of Seasons, they took out cross-region connection. So I can only play with people in North America, whereas A New Beginning I could even play with people in Japan. And there were many more people in Japan playing than here in North America. Obviously, the shearing and the milking all the animals, like, you could get a crazy amount of money that way. But at the very least, even though you can't get high-end eggs, you can still get wool and cloths from the animals. It's just those have to be the single gifts that the people give you. And that is still kind of a help. People don't usually give them, but if they do, that's a notch into making one of the outfits. And making any of the outfits is a painful, extended effort. Damn.
Jeez, man.
Can't get anything by these guys.
Now, when you end the farm tour, you need to be sure that everyone's done wanding everything. You can wand the animals. I think that just reduces their stress. It doesn't necessarily increase their friendship. But once you end the farm tour, they can't touch anything anymore. And if you're in someone else's farm and they end the farm tour, you can't continue working, because nothing's going to be saved. Now, any gifts they gave you, it does not go into your inventory. The guild actually hangs onto it, and I need to go down there and collect it first. But one nice thing, we actually get a little sneak peek at what fall looks like, some of the crops that we can grow, and what the music sounds like. We can also get a look at some of the makers, like the seed maker, that's what it looks like.
Wow, that's actually kind of awesome.
It is pretty cool looking.
Yeah. Remember, however, you need, I think, 10 turnip seeds in order to make the seed maker, specifically turnip seeds. So if you didn't hang on to those by the end of the season, you have to wait until year 2 before you can make the seed maker. Damn it, that was fast. Could have just been a connection issue as far as I could tell. And you can also go into this patch in Ida's farm and increase the quality of those as well. But in this case, I think her name was Areni. She just didn't grow anything there. Some of the gifts people give each other are often crap. Usually they're just going online in order to get something for themselves, like I was. There is some additional functionality. I don't know if this was in A New Beginning, but you can, on the touchscreen, do little emotions, and you can text other players. You just don't have a lot of space to write anything. This is my personal favorite. Blah!
New farm, who dis?
Woo! Who dis? I diss nobody. One nice thing, though. One of the people gave me a 4-star peach.
Ooh.
I think, once I get the seed maker, I make a sapling out of that. And that I can raise up to a 5-star pretty easily. Even though I already have a peach tree, but whatever. I do think I hang on to that peach tree, though, and work it up to 5-star on my own. So I'm not really sure. It's been a while since I recorded these. I started the prep for this LP way back in summer of 2016. If not spring.
What do you...
That's the wrong thing,
oh my
I'm sorry.
God, you monster.
Oh, jeez!
It's okay, it's the horse. The horse becomes your friend with no effort at all, so...
Wow, mixed messages though, man.
Yeah.
You clearly weren't paying any attention. 'Cause you just ran after him with that hammer out.
Actually, that's not so weird. I tend to start the day by running at my guinea pigs with my woodworking mallet.
And here, it's time for Fritz's second flower event. This one I can't tell if it's even cuter than the last one or not. Now, when you look at Fritz, you wouldn't think he'd be good at anything. Just to lay it out there. But one thing he's actually remarkably good at is cooking.
Trying to figure out exactly what that is on the plate.
Well, he's a bachelor and it's a Japanese game, so I assume that he's made himself omu rice.
I could tell one of them on both sides was omelets.
Yeah.
You make a great husband, Wink.
Mmm.
So if you do either of those bottom two, he gets upset because he actually made those himself. The thing is, he doesn't have a kitchen in his house, and that's what the rest of this cutscene is about. Because it is so dorky, but so sweet.
That's true, Fritz.
Well, I'm taking the long road, Fritz.
Oh, man.
Quite modern for a Harvest Moon game.
Yeah.
Normally you're just like, hey, you like me now? Let's get married.
Oh, man. Bestie and Fritzy sitting in a tree. I forget how the rest of that goes.
C-R-O-P-I-N-G. Or F-A-R-M-I-N-G.
There you go. See, you can't say the first one because it seems like they were groping in a tree, and that's just... Please.
It's not safe up there.
Yeah, man. You're liable to fall out and hit your head in the crotch.
Like that dog was doing to Fritz earlier.
Exactly.
Well, Fritz just wears a cup now everywhere he goes.
He made it out of half a turnip. The half that doesn't go into the salad.
Yeah.
So the edible half?
Edible, but also the most shock absorbent.
So what did Fritz do to get all the food back? He went down to Rager's kitchen to cook everything, and then he just kept running back and forth, making it and bringing it back.
Instead of just, eating it there.
He's just making a bunch of omelets.
Then he dropped one of the omelets in the river, and he had to make another.
And then a beautiful goddess accepted his tribute of omelet. And gave him the golden omelet. Which was useless, because you can't eat solid gold food.
You there, did you drop this? You're honest, I like that.
Here, I made it a super omelet. Now it's red, and deflects fireballs. But now you can truly see Fritz is a dork, and I love him. And he'll never cook for me again.
That's a shame. I'd really like to eat an omelet right now. Oh.
Immediately after that happens, now that I've got Fritz to a purple flower, when I go into the guild, I think I was going there to collect my gifts from going online, we have a cutscene where Veronica tells you about dating. Yeah, she can just smell it on me.
She hands you the guild regulations for dating.
No one may date without the guild's permission.
Now, Best, you are aware this is a celibate commune?
Ignore all the married people. Now, I'm not sure which game introduced this, but only up until Purple Flowers do you have any flower cutscenes with anyone. After that point, if you want to see the next one, you have to actually start dating a person, and that requires us crafting a ring and giving it to them. So it's like an engagement ring, but at the start of a relationship.
Ah, a purity ring. Nice.
You mean a promise ring?
Because, like, there are different rings you can craft, but we need to craft one that's called Ring. Now give me my peach.
You can craft the dating ring, or the ring, or the one ring.
I also got 3 yogurt. That was cool.
There's no fridge in the guild. Where were they keeping the yogurt?
Just behind the desk.
Oh, okay.
You know, on the topic of rings, I really can't wait until you craft for Fritz the resentful tolerance because you'll probably not do any better ring.
The ring of settling.
My goodness. We don't have much of spring left.
Well, you get a bit. Holy booly, okay. Take 2. You better get cracking because spring is the time for lovers, man. You don't want this to turn into a summer fling, you know, where it's just like, oh, hey, what's up? Let's go to the beach or whatever. And then when summer ends, you both go back to college. And, you know, you say you're going to stay in touch on Facebook, but you never do. And just, you know, and then it just fades from your mind forever. And who knows what it might have been. If only you'd crafted a cheap cloth ring before the arbitrary change of the season.
Crafted it. Didn't give it to him. You just had to craft it.
Oh.
Which is what I did.
Oh, good. Well, alright, cheerfully withdrawn, then.
Actually, I don't know when I make the ring. It takes me a little while to make this sewing studio, which is where you make all your clothes.
Make your own clothes. It's like these folks have never heard of trade and commerce.
Or Old Navy.
This is idyllic Germany. They had no old navies. Oldenboot.
Ah, Kriegsmarine. That's the...
Yeah, there we go. Alt Kriegsmarine.
Yeah, part 10 will be the last of spring. And then after a point, the seasons will speed up a little bit. There's still a lot that happens each season. Even winter's got a good chunk of stuff that happens. Mostly, after a point, only one thing of interest will be happening each day, practically.
That's more than most of us get in our real lives, though.
I literally can't think of anything else that happens.
It's snowmen and hot toddies and cozy nights on the couch with your boyfriend Fritz and maybe Hanako learns the banjo
with her hooves.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can play clawhammer banjo with hooves.
Poor starts brewing hooch in the bathtub.
Yeah, that's right. The horse develops meth addiction. Maybe poor the chicken gets cloaca cancer, but then she fights through it and everyone feels a lot more uplifted. Wow, winter's gonna be crazy is what I'm saying, folks. Stay tuned!
Versus spring, you have the congrats on beating your butt cancer party for poor.
Cloaca cancer! Chickens don't have butts!
Everything has a butt.
No, it doesn't have a butt. The chicken's got a butt that's also its pee-pee, and it does everything with one butt hole. Chickens are magic.
And on that brief discussion of chicken anatomy,
At least it didn't say manure. Shit!
No!